Hey y'all, Isaac Alexander here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a giant Christmas light wreath that's almost 8 feet tall. Don't let the size intimidate you. It's super simple to make and it's perfect for any holiday decorations. I'll walk you through each step so by the end of this video you'll have your very own amazing giant Christmas light wreath. So join me for this awesome Christmas tutorial. To begin making our giant light bulb wreath, we need a round background stand. Now the one I'm using is from Amazon and it's about 7.2 feet in height. You can use a smaller one or a bigger one, but everything that I use on this channel, I link it in the description below. Just hit more and you'll see all the links to everything I use. We also need Garland. I'm getting my Garland from Hobby Lobby. They always have great sales, so these are essential. Get them when they're on sale from Michael's or Hobby Lobby. We also need 2-liter soda bottles, and I have the cheapest one I could find from the store. I'm going to be using anywhere from 14 to 18 bottles. It totally depends on how many lights you want on it, but we're going to empty these out and then we're going to create a hole in the bottom so that we can put our string light LED bulb into it. This is going to be a super simple project, so let's get started. I wanted to take a moment to talk about the second children's book I've written. It's called Oliver and the Lost Flame, and it's rated for kids ages 3 to 10 years old. The story is about having faith, showing courage, and helping others. And it's available on Amazon right now in 3 different languages. So if you want to support this channel, support the tutorials, and support all the displays I make, go get yourself a copy. The sale of each book go to support this channel. The link is in the bio below, so let's get back to these amazing Christmas tutorials. Okay, so putting this together is super simple. These pieces come ready to be inserted just like that, and then you keep on building it. You can't go wrong with this, so I love this. So we're going to assemble this completely so we can start attaching our pool noodles and our garland. And now that we've put it together like this, don't connect it. We're going to put a pool noodle over the top. So let me show you real quick. So get your pool noodle, make sure they're hollow. You can get them at any store that sells them, preferably somewhere inexpensive. And what we're doing is we're simply putting it through just like that. Once you put it through, we're going to continue putting them through all over until it's full. Then we're going to get another pool noodle and put it in the front right over here, and maybe use a zip tie or duct tape to hold it together because we want it to be a little bit thicker. But this should take you no more than a couple minutes to do the pool noodles. And this is how we are attaching them. I have 2 zip ties here because I don't have longer ones. We're going to put more zip ties here, and we're going to do that to the entire wreath. All right, so we have our garland. This is from Hobby Lobby, and we're just going to start wrapping it around just like this. We're going to bring it around, bring it back down, bring it around, round, round. I'm not going to use a lot of zip ties to hold this up because the branches act as a hook that you can hook onto another branch, but let's make sure we do it nice and tight all the way around. I'm actually going to start on the bottom and work my way up. I just wanted to show you how it's done. All right, so I removed the label, and a little trick, if you want to make sure there's as minimal residue on this when you remove the label, run it under hot water at the seam where the glue and the label meet, and then it'll come off much easier than if you just try to rip it off. So we've dried the bottle. We're going to spray paint these with various colors of spray paint. I'm going to list the colors in the description below, but just set them down and lightly spray paint the entire thing. But before we do that, let's make a hole right here for the bulb that's going to go in here from the string lights. So make sure it's big enough for the bulb to go through, and we're going to be using our workhorse. This is a hot knife from the Hot Wire Foam Factory, and this will cut the hole like butter. If you tried using a utility knife or a pair of scissors, you are not going to be able to because of how thick the bottom of these bottles are, but you're welcome to try. So let's get to cutting. Lastly, if we're going to be using this method right here, this is going to create fumes while it melts and cuts the foam and the plastic, should I say. make sure you're wearing a respirator, not just a regular dust mask. Don't try to hold your breath. These fumes are bad for you. So wear a respirator and then start cutting away. So one thing, before we spray paint them, don't make the same mistake I did, which is spray paint everything without cutting the neck. Cut the neck off with the same tool we're going to use to make the hole in the bottom. So use that up here and cut it off. Also, before you paint them, you're going to drill 2 holes right here. One right here, and then one either on this one or this one. You just want to try to make them to the opposite end, and it has to be on these protruding, basically these are the legs of the Coke bottle. So make a hole right there and then another one right over here so that we can pass a wire through, and this wire is going to keep this attached to our wreath. It's important. So 2 holes, one on either side, so that a wire can go through and attach these at the end. Oliver lives in the town of Pumpkin Patch. You see, the town had a flame that brings joy and happiness as long as it burns. But one day, winter came early and the enchanted flame that protects their town was snuffed out. But young Oliver's determined to save the town and find the lost flame. But can he make it through the spooky forest full of creatures and goblins? And can the bat help Oliver find the flame and bring happiness and warmth back? This is a story about being brave. A story about helping others. A story full of faith and believing in yourself. Kids and adults alike will love this Halloween tale. Oliver and the Lost Flame, my newest book, now available on Amazon.